Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to crack a program. This is my first video and this is also the first project. I'm making this video because I really couldn't find anything about it online or YouTube. The videos I did find on YouTube had a lot of questions under the comments, and the videos were using test dummies and not real programs. So here we go. You can choose any program you want to do this, but it's going to be different. Every program is different. I'm going to be using PowerISO 5.5, which is the newest version available. So you're going to go into the description and you're going to download two things, and there's going to be one link. The first thing you download is a RAR file. The second thing you download is a PowerISO 5.5.exe. I recommend you go along with me for your first program. And the third thing is a link to a URL to a tutorial on cracking. I just found this. If I found it before, it would have been very useful. I did not write this, Piper wrote it. Alright, so the first thing you do after you've downloaded those two things is install the program, PowerISO 5.5. After it has installed, you're going to right click the icon. I'm right clicking PowerISO because that's the file I installed. If you install something else, right click it, click open file location, and what we need to do is we need to copy this, the one that's highlighted. So in my case it's PowerISO.exe. So basically the desktop is a shortcut to this file, and we're copying this file. So delete the desktop icon and then paste the file you copied. We did that because the icon we had before was only a read-only file. This file you can write to. Alright, so after you've done that, you're going to open the program. And I got prompted with this. What we're trying to do is we're trying to find the error message it gives us when we put in the wrong serial number. So I'm going to click enter registration code. And now I'm going to enter random characters. If you're using another program, you're probably going to have to go to help and enter serial or something. So now I'm going to click OK, and this is the error we're looking for. The username or serial number is invalid. So now we're going to type that error. After we've typed that error, we can exit out the program. So before we start getting into the debugging process, what we're trying to do is we're trying to locate this error and switching it so when you type in a wrong serial number, we'll bypass this. So extract the RAR and you should get two folders, and what we want to do is go into the W32 DASM folder and right click the exe as administrator. So what this basically is, a disassembler and a debugger. It's basically going to dump that whole PowerISO or any other program you choose into strings and numbers and things we can't understand. So what we're going to do is we're going to open our program, go to top left hand corner, open file to disassemble. So I'm going to choose PowerISO. You can choose any program. And it has dumped the whole program in here. So now what we're doing is we're going to try to search for this error in this dump. So we're going to go to search, find text. The error is the username or serial number is invalid. So I'm just going to search username. So the first thing that popped up was please input the username. That's not the error. The username links cannot exceed. That's not the error. And the username or serial number is invalid. That's the error we're looking for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit the search thing, and from here I'm going to go up. Do not go down, go up. And any program you choose, if you get this far, you're always going to see this reference by unconditional or conditional jump at address. What we want is all the way from here to here. So between that, we have two addresses. So I'm going to use my arrow key and go up and go up and up and up to the first one. So on the first one, it's selected. You're going to look down here and you don't see anything. So that means it's not referencing that address to another address. So we're going to go down to the second one. And here we see at offset another address. So what we want is this. That means this is jumping to this. So we're going to try to go to this address and edit it so we can bypass this error. So I'm going to copy this down. If you have more than one, you're just going to have to play with it. I really don't know much. This is my first program. So I'm going to write that down. So you don't write down the zeros and you don't write down the H at the end, and you always put a dot. So dot 4E F6 4. So you put a dot, don't put the zeros, and don't put the H. And you don't have to do it in caps. That's a choice if you want. So now I'm going to exit this, and now I'm going to go into the second folder, and I'm going to drag the PowerISO icon or the program you have into HIEW32.exe. And what this can do is it can edit the strings. So all of this are F keys. So it's F1, F2, F4, F6, F7, F8, F9, and F10. So we're going to press F4 for mode. Go down, down, and click decode. And these are all the strings. And we're going to try to search for this. So press F5. And this pops up. Type in a dot 4E F6 4. I'm gonna press enter. So right here we can see this is selected, and here's the error. The error is right here. So this is a push, 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 push. What we're looking for is basically what we're looking for are the JE, NOP, call, and JMP. And right here you can see this is JNE. So this is the first JNE we get. So we see that here is a 75. So 75, JNE hexadecimal 75. JNE is jump if not equal. So if the serial we enter is not equal, it's going to jump to the error. So what we can do is we can edit this to a JE, jump if equal. So it's going to jump to another address if it's equal. So what we can do is we can press F3 to edit, and we can push the right arrow key and put a 4 for JE. So what this will do is going to bypass that error basically from jump if not equal to jump if equal. And now what we're going to do is we're going to press F9 for update and F10 to quit. I really recommend reading this tutorial. It would help a lot. Alright, so now we have done it, so we're going to test it out. I'm going to click this, enter registration code. I'm going to type in random characters. And now I'm going to click OK. And it worked. It bypassed that error and jumped to the right address. So let's thank you for your registration. So now you've cracked the program. Every program is going to be different, but when you're done, or if you get it, right click this and click, no, you're not going to right click it and click copy, and then you're going to have to go to your C drive, find the folder, and you're going to replace that, copy and replace. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create shortcut, and I guess I already had a shortcut there, but you're going to have to create a shortcut. I'm going to copy that shortcut onto the desktop, and we're going to delete this. I'm just going to rename this to PyRiso.exe, and now I'm going to launch it from the start menu bar, and I get prompted with this, and I'm going to type in just a bunch of ones to show you it works. And here you go. This was my first program, and I'll try to answer your questions. You can just post them under your comment. But yeah, this is basically it. Subscribe and like. Thank you.